Scientology, I didn't talk to people ever who weren't Scientologists. So like I didn't know how to drive. I didn't know how to cook. I didn't, like, the world was scary to me. So that would have felt like it wasn't like a funny thing for entertainment for me. It was actually scary. I feel like we're worse than psychiatrists at this point. Like, it doesn't matter if you were born there, you grew up there your whole life. If you leave and talk badly about it, like, there's nobody worse than you.
It's not the human trafficking. It's not the beating people up. It's the bank fraud and the loan fraud and the credit card fraud.
It was just like mayhem. Like, people were like screaming at each other. Like, I remember this one senior executive gal, Jenny was like ripped my dad's like military bars off his shirt, and it was just like, everything was just crazy.
Give us a brief overview of what is Scientology.
You want me to take it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like to answer this question the way a former Scientologist would answer it, and then give the absolute most fair attempt at how a Scientologist would answer it.
Okay.
So as a former Scientologist, Scientology is a multi-billion-dollar international family-destroying human trafficking cult.
Okay.
But a Scientologist would say, and I'm going to throw out some things here, and please, like, challenge me on what a Scientologist would think this means.
Okay.
Because
as a staunch defender of Scientology, I'll be sure to provide as much pushback as I can, all right?
well, they would go, it's an applied religious philosophy.
Okay.
You go, what the hell does that mean? So, because Scientologists do not believe in a heaven or a hell or a God or any of the traditional concepts of the world's mainstream religions. But they do believe in the immortal spirit. But a spirit, the way they would describe it is like, you're looking at me, but it's not your eyes looking at me. It's you as a spirit, and you just happen to be located directly behind your eyes right now. And they say the spirit is immortal. It's about 60-something trillion years old. They don't even try to explain where did all these spirits come from. He just kind of casually explains it in a way that's kind of like the spiritual Big Bang. One day we all decided to be, and that was it. It doesn't have to get any deeper than that. So they believe in the immortal spiritual being, and that being is natively godlike in its power, like truly godlike, creating and destroying universes by thinking about it, like it exists completely independently of the physical universe, right? Okay, so I guess I'm going on and on about the Thetan. Oh, they call the spirit the Thetan, because that's where they would go, applied religious philosophy. But what's religious about it? The only thing really religious about it is they do genuinely believe in the immortal spirit, and that the spirit is natively godlike in its powers, and that only through Scientology auditing or counseling, sort of their version of kind of a talk therapy situation, only through Scientology's auditing can you, as a spiritual being, get back to your native godlike potential, where you're no longer subject to the trap and the trappings of the physical universe, and you're no longer subject to the cycle of birth to death. They believe that when you die, you're basically just dropping your body and going over to the hospital and picking up a new body and living lifetime after lifetime with full amnesia of your previous lives. And that the Scientology auditing can get you in a state where you no longer have that amnesia, so you can retain full memory of your previous lives. And that's sort of a stepping stone onto your way of escaping from the physical universe entirely.
Okay, trivia question.